Hey guys, today we're going to talk about Jeff Bezos' recent donation to help the homeless. He donated $98.5 million to help the homeless. But like anything else that Jeff Bezos does, it's extremely controversial, and we're going to talk about why. So really what this comes down to is it's such a small fraction of his net worth that it really isn't as charitable as it might seem. Now, at first you might be thinking, how can you be crapping on somebody for donating money? Well, don't forget, these are the kinds of people that actively try to avoid taxes by hiring politicians to rewrite the tax laws, and that's what causes a lot of these problems. And I think that you'll see through this that that's such a small percentage, it would have been better if he was just paying taxes. So let's get into the numbers. So Jeff Bezos, he has a net worth of $108.3 billion. That means that the $98.5 million that he so generously gave is only 0.09% of his entire net worth. So let's put that into perspective. The median net worth of an American is $97.3 thousand. So that means if they were to give that same 0.09%, they would only be giving $90. Nobody's writing home about somebody giving $90 away to charity, right? So what about if somebody's a little younger? If they're under 35, a millennial, that would be someone whose net worth is on average $11,100. If they were to give the same percentage of their net worth, they'd be giving $10. So Jeff Bezos, amazing charitable gift of $98.5 million is really akin to a millennial saying yes to the cashier who's shaking them down for Make-A-Wish, and they check the button on the kiosk and they give their $10. It's literally equivalent by the numbers. And someone like Jeff Bezos, they don't pay the same kinds of taxes that the rest of us do. They have most of their net worth in stocks that give them dividends, and their net worth is not the same. So, for example, Elon Musk is another extremely rich billionaire. He actually has a salary for himself that is essentially minimum wage. The lowest amount, it equals out to the $7.25 legal minimum, so that he can still be an employee, but then he's getting all his actual wealth from the dividends of his companies. He's still a billionaire. So it's a whole tax thing. That's a whole different video. So what I want to get into next is, well, what about Amazon itself? Isn't Amazon very charitable? They have Amazon Smile that donates 0.5% of every transaction to charity. Well, they started doing that in 2013. And in 2018, they announced they had given $100 million away to charity through Amazon Smile. Well, that's all fine and good, but in 2018, as you may have heard, Amazon also got a tax refund of $129 million. That means the amount of charity that they gave over a 5-year period was 30% less than the amount of money that they appropriated from the American people to themselves through these tax laws that they get to hire politicians and lobby to change. So that's why I'm really not a fan of saying, yeah, this is so charitable, yeah, they're so awesome. I want to say, yeah, good job, do more. Yeah, good job, but pay your taxes. Yeah, good job, but we have to change the actual structure of our country so that these people actually pay taxes, so that Amazon doesn't pay $0 in tax and then get $129 million of our taxes given to them. That's why it doesn't make sense to think that Amazon is charitable, to think that Jeff Bezos is charitable. These people are not paying taxes. And then even when they do donate that money, it's just another tax deduction for them. So they're really not even giving the full amount that it looks like they are giving. So what we need to do is we need to have some sort of VAT tax, value-added tax, like every other country in the industrialized world. We need to be capturing taxes from these people in a way that's meaningful so that we can use those to help homeless people. We can use those to fund universal basic income. We can use those to get Medicare for all. We can use them to do things not just on a whim of a billionaire when they decide, oh yeah, I guess I'll get a tax break by helping some homeless people. I don't mean to sound like I'm crapping on him helping homeless people. It's just not enough. It's just not enough for someone to amass that much wealth and then give just a small fraction of it back. Just to give you one more idea of how insanely disgusting the amount of net worth that Jeff Bezos has. If you were the average worker in America, $55,000 a year, and you multiply that over 40 years, you're assuming they came out of school or trade school, whatever, they making that much money, and then they made that for 40 years, that's $2.2 million. Well, if you take Jeff Bezos' net worth of $108.3 billion and divide it by that $2.2 million that person would make over the entire lifetime, the average worker, that would be $49,000. What I'm saying there, what that means is Jeff Bezos' net worth is the amount of 49,000 average Americans who could be giving their $90 every once in a while to a charity. I'm going to bet that those 49,000 people would be more charitable than 0.09% of their net worth. I really truly believe that 49,000 people would be more charitable than one person just having a whole big mass of it and then giving out little tiny fractions when they want to. That's my opinion. If you think I'm wrong, put it in the comments. If you like this video, give it a like. I appreciate you guys sticking around to the end, and I will see you next time.